Allison Swift, born December 13, 1989, is an American singer-songwriter. One of the leading contemporary recording artists, she is known for narrative songs about her personal life, which have received widespread media coverage. Born and raised in Pennsylvania, Taylor moved to Nashville, Tennessee at the age of 14 to pursue a career in country music. She signed with the label Big Machine Records and became the youngest artist ever signed by the Sony ATV Music Publishing House. Her self-titled debut album in 2006 peaked at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and spent the most weeks on the chart in the 2000s. The album's third single, Our Song, made her the youngest person to single-handedly write and perform a number 1 song on the Hot Country Songs chart. Buoyed by the success of pop crossover singles, Love Story and You Belong to Me, Fearless became the best-selling album of 2009 in the United States. The album won 4 Grammy Awards, with Taylor becoming the youngest album of the year winner. Taylor was the sole writer of her 2010 album Speak Now. It debuted at number 1 in the United States, and the single Mean won 2 Grammy Awards. Her 4th album, Red 2012, yielded the successful singles We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together and I Knew You Were Trouble. With her 5th album, the pop-focused 1989 2014, she became the first act to have 3 albums sell 1 million copies within 1 week in the United States. Its singles Shake It Off, Blank Space, and Bad Blood reached number 1 in the US, Australia, and Canada. The album received 3 Grammy Awards, and Taylor became the first woman and 5th act overall to win Album of the Year twice. The 2015 concert tour for 1989 became one of the highest grossing of the decade. Taylor's 6th album, Reputation 2017, and its lead single, Look What You Made Me Do, topped the UK and US charts. As a songwriter, Taylor has received awards from the Nashville Songwriters Association and the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and was included in Rolling Stone's 100 Greatest Songwriters of All Time in 2015. She is also the recipient of 10 Grammy Awards, 5 Guinness World Records, 1 Creative Arts Emmy Award, 21 Billboard Music Awards, 12 Country Music Association Awards, 8 Academy of Country Music Awards, and 1 Brit Award. Taylor is one of the best-selling music artists of all time, having sold more than 40 million albums, reaching 27.8 million in the United States and 130 million single downloads. She has appeared in Time's 100 Most Influential People in the World, 2010 and 2015, Forbes Top Earning Women in Music, 2011 to 2015, Forbes 100 Most Powerful Women, 2015, and Forbes Celebrity 100, 2016. She was the youngest woman to be included in a third of these and ranked first in Celebrity 100. What did Taylor do to achieve her success? At the age of 9, Taylor became interested in musical theater and performed in 4 Berks Youth Theater Academy productions. She also traveled regularly to New York City for vocal and acting lessons. Taylor later shifted her focus towards country music inspired by Shania Twain's songs. She spent her weekends performing at local festivals and events. After watching a documentary about Faith Hill, Taylor felt sure that she needed to go to Nashville, Tennessee to pursue a music career. At the age of 11, she traveled with her mother to visit Nashville record labels and submitted a demo tape of Dolly Parton and Dixie Chicks karaoke covers. However, she was rejected, and she explained, "Everyone in that town wanted to do what I wanted to do. So I kept thinking to myself, I need to figure out a way to be different." When Taylor was about 12 years old, computer repairman and local musician Ronnie Kremer taught her how to play guitar and helped her with her first efforts as a songwriter, leading her to writing Lucky You. In 2003, Taylor and her parents started working with New York-based music manager Dan Dintro. With his help, Taylor modeled for Abercrombie & Fitch as part of their Rising Stars campaign, had an original song included on a Maybelline compilation CD, and attended meetings with major record labels. After performing original songs at an RCA Records showcase, Taylor was given an artist development deal and began making frequent trips to Nashville with her mother. To help Taylor break into country music, her father transferred to the Nashville office of Merrill Lynch when she was 14, and the family relocated to a lakefront house in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Taylor attended public high school, but after 2 years transferred to the Aaron Academy, which through homeschooling could accommodate her touring schedule, and she graduated a year early. In Nashville, Taylor worked with experienced Music Row songwriters such as Troy Verges, Brent Beavers, Brett James, Mac McNally, and the Warren Brothers. She eventually formed a lasting working relationship with Liz Rose. They began meeting for 2-hour writing sessions every Tuesday afternoon after school. Taylor was at an industry showcase at Nashville's Bluebird Cafe in 2005 when she caught the attention of Scott Borchetta, a DreamWorks Records executive who was preparing to form his own independent record label, Big Machine Records. She had met Borchetta in 2004. She became one of the first signings, and her father purchased a 3% stake in the fledgling company at an estimated cost of $120,000. The singer began working on her eponymous debut album shortly after signing the record deal. She persuaded Big Machine to hire her demo producer Nathan Chapman, with whom she felt she had the right chemistry. Taylor wrote 3 of the album's songs alone and co-wrote the remaining 8 with writers Rose, Robert Ellis Orrell, Brian Mayer, Angelo Petraglia. Taylor Swift was released on October 24, 2006. Taylor Swift peaked at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and spent 157 weeks on the chart, marking the longest stay by any release in the 2000s. As of August 2016, the album has sold over 7.75 million copies worldwide. Big Machine Records was still in its infancy during the June 2006 release of the lead single, Tim McGraw, and Taylor and her mother helped stuff the CD singles into envelopes to send to radio. She spent much of 2006 promoting Taylor Swift with a radio tour and television appearances. Taylor won accolades for Taylor Swift. She was one of the recipients of the Nashville Songwriters Association's Songwriter Artist of the Year in 2007, becoming the youngest person to be honored with the title. She also won the Country Music Association's Horizon Award for Best New Artist, the Academy of Country Music Awards Top New Female Vocalist, and the American Music Awards Favorite Country Female Artist honor. She was also nominated for Best New Artist at the 2008 Grammy Awards. Taylor's second studio album, Fearless, was released on November 11, 2008. The lead single, Love Story, was released in September of 2008. It peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 1 in Australia. 4 more singles were released throughout 2008 and 2009: White Horse, You Belong With Me, 15, and Fearless. You Belong With Me was the album's highest charting single on the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 2. The album debuted at number 1 on Billboard 200 and was the top-selling album of 2009 in the United States. The album received promotion from Taylor's first concert tour, Fearless Tour, which grossed over $63 million. Taylor Swift's Journey to Fearless, a concert film, was aired on television and later released on DVD and Blu-ray. Taylor also performed as a supporting act for Keith Urban's Escape Together World Tour. In 2009, the music video for You Belong to Me was named MTV Video Music Award for Best Female Video. Also that year, she won 5 American Music Awards, including Artist of the Year and Favorite Country Album. Billboard named her 2009's Artist of the Year. The album ranked number 99 on NPR's 2017 list of the 150 greatest albums made by women. At the 52nd Annual Grammy Awards, Fearless was named Album of the Year and Best Country Album, and White Horse was named Best Country Song and Best Female Country Vocal Performance. Taylor was the youngest artist to ever win Album of the Year. Taylor contributed backing vocals to John Mayer's Half of My Heart, a single featured on his 4th album, Battle Studios 2009. She co-wrote and recorded Best Days of Your Life with Kelly Pickler, and co-wrote 2 songs for the Hannah Montana The Movie soundtrack, You'll Always Find Your Way Back Home and Crazier. Taylor also provided vocals for Boys Like Girls, 2 is Better Than 1. She contributed 2 songs to the Valentine's Day soundtrack, including Today Was a Fairy Tale, which became her first number 1 on the Canadian Hot 100 chart. Taylor made her acting debut in a 2009 episode of CBS's CSI Crime Scene Investigation, playing a rebellious teenager. The New York Times noted that the character allowed Taylor to be a little bit naughty, incredibly so. Later that year, Taylor both hosted and performed as the musical guest for an episode of Saturday Night Live. In August 2010, Taylor released Mine, the lead single from her 3rd studio album, Speak Now. It entered the United States at number 3, making Taylor the 2nd female artist in the history of the Hot 100 after Mariah Carey to debut multiple tracks in the top 5 in 1 year. The other was Today Was a Fairy Tale at number 2. Taylor wrote the album alone and co-produced every track. Speak Now, released on October 25, 2010, was a commercial success, debuting at #1 on the Billboard 200 and becoming the 16th album to achieve opening week sales of 1 million copies. It became the fastest-selling digital album by a female artist, with 278,000 downloads in a week, earning Taylor an entry in the 2010 Guinness World Records. She earned another Guinness World entry after she became the first woman to achieve 10-track debuts on the Billboard Hot 100. 3 of the album's singles, Mine, Back to December, and Mean, peaked in the top 10 in Canada. Mean won Best Country Song and Best Country Solo Performance at the 54th Annual Grammy Awards. Taylor performed the song during the ceremony. Claire Sudath of Time felt she delivered her comeback on key and with a vengeance. Jamie Dearwester of USA Today wrote that the criticism in 2010 seemed to have made her a better songwriter and live performer. Taylor won various other awards for Speak Now, including Songwriter Artist of the Year by the Nashville Songwriters Association 2010 and 2011, Woman of the Year by Billboard 2011, and Entertainer of the Year by the Academy of Country Music 2011 and 2012, and the Country Music Association in 2011. At the American Music Awards of 2011, Taylor won Artist of the Year and Favorite Country Album. Rolling Stone placed Speak Now at number 45 on its 2012 list of the 50 best female albums of all time, writing she might get played on the country station, but she's one of the few genuine rock stars we've got these days with a flawless ear for what makes a song click. The Speak Now World Tour ran from February 2011 to March 2012 and grossed over $123 million. In November 2011, Taylor released her first live album, Speak Now World Tour Live. The following month, she contributed 2 original songs to the Hunger Games soundtrack album, Safe and Sound, co-written and recorded with the Civil Wars and T-Bone Burnett, and Eyes Open. Safe and Sound won the Grammy Award for Best Song Written for Visual Media. After providing vocals for B.O.B.'s Both of Us in May 2012, Taylor dated political heir Connor Kennedy from July to September 2012. In August, Taylor released We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, the lead single from her 4th studio album, Red. It became her first #1 in the U.S. and New Zealand and reached the top slot on an iTunes chart 50 minutes after its release, earning the fastest-selling single in digital history Guinness World Record. Taylor released the album's 2nd single, Begin Again, on October. It reached #7 on the Billboard Hot 100. Other singles released from the album include I Knew You Were Trouble, 22, Everything Has Changed, The Last Time, and Red. I Knew You Were Trouble was a major commercial success, peaking at #2 in the United States. Red was released on October 22, 2012, incorporating new genres such as heartland rock, dubstep, and dance pop. The album was a critical and commercial success and debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 with first-week sales of 1.21 million copies. This marked the highest opening sales in a decade and made Taylor the first female to have 2 million selling album openings, a record recognized by Guinness World Records. The Red Tour ran from March 2013 to June 2014 and grossed over $150 million. Red earned several accolades, including 4 nominations at the 56th Annual Grammy Awards. Its single, I Knew You Were Trouble, won Best Female Video at the 2013 MTV Video Music Awards. Taylor was named Best Female Country Artist at the 2012 American Music Awards and Artist of the Year at the 2013 ceremony. She received the National Songwriters Association Songwriter Artist Award for the 5th and 6th consecutive years in 2012 and 2013, respectively. Taylor was also honored by the association with a special Pinnacle Award, making her the 2nd recipient of the accolade after Garth Brooks. In 2013, Taylor co-wrote Sweeter Than Fiction with Jack Antonoff for the One Chance soundtrack and received a Best Original Song nomination at the 71st Golden Globe Awards. She provided guest vocals for a McGraw song titled Highway Don't Care, featuring guitar work by Urban. Taylor performed As Tears Go By with the Rolling Stones in Chicago as part of their 50 and Counting tour, and stated that the band was a major influence on her career outlook. She also joined Florida Georgia Line on stage during their set at the 2013 Country Radio Seminar to sing Cruise. Outside music, Taylor voiced Audrey, a tree lover in the animated film The Lorax 2012, made a cameo in the sitcom New Girl 2013, and had a supporting role in the film adaptation of The Giver 2014. In March 2014, Taylor relocated to New York City, Around this time, she was working on her fifth studio album, 1989, with writers Antonoff, Martin Shellback, Imogen Heap, Ryan Tedder, and Ally Payami. She promoted the album through various campaigns, including inviting fans to secret album listening sessions called the 1989 Secret Sessions. Credited as her first documented official pop album, it marks a departure from her previous country albums. The album was released on October 27, 2014, to positive reviews. 1989 sold 1.28 million copies in the U.S. during the first week of release and debuted atop the Billboard 200. This made Taylor the first act to have 3 albums sell more than 1 million copies in their opening release week, for which she earned a Guinness World Record. As of June 2017, 1989 had sold over 10 million copies worldwide. The album's lead single, Shake It Off, was released in August 2014 and debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Others included 2 number-1 singles, Blank Space and Bad Blood, featuring Kendrick Lamar, as well as the top 10 entries, Style and Wildest Dreams, and the singles Out of the Woods and The New Romantics. Shake It Off, Blank Space, and Bad Blood also topped the charts in Australia and Canada. After Blank Space reached number 1 in the U.S. following Shake It Off, Taylor became the first woman in the Hot 100's history to succeed herself at the top spot. The music video for the former briefly became the fastest video to reach 1 billion views on Vevo. The videos for Blank Space and Bad Blood won 4 accolades at the 2015 MTV Video Music Awards, with the latter winning for Video of the Year and Best Collaboration. Taylor's headlining tour, the 1989 World Tour, running from May to December 2015, grossed over $250 million and became one of the highest-grossing tours of the decade. Taylor was named Billboard's Woman of the Year in 2014, becoming the first artist to win the award twice. Also that year, she received the Dick Clark Award for Excellence at the American Music Awards. In 2015, Shake It Off was nominated for 3 Grammy Awards, including Record of the Year and Song of the Year, and Taylor won the Brit Award for International Female Solo Artist. The singer was one of 8 artists to receive a 50th Anniversary Milestone Award at the 2015 Academy of Country Music Awards. In 2016, Taylor won 3 Grammy Awards for 1989, Album of the Year, Best Pop Vocal Album, and Best Music Video for Bad Blood. She became the first woman and 5th act overall to win the first of these twice. Prior to 1989's release, Taylor stressed the importance of albums to artists and fans. In November 2014, she removed her entire catalog from Spotify, arguing that the streaming company's ad-supported free service undermined the premium service, which provides higher royalties for songwriters. In a June 2015 open letter, Taylor criticized Apple Music for not offering royalties to artists during the streaming service's free 3-month trial period, and stated that she would pull 1989 from the catalog. The following day, Apple announced that it would pay artists during the free trial period, and Taylor agreed to stream 1989 on the streaming service. Taylor's intellectual property rights management and holding company, TAS Rights Management, filed for 73 trademarks related to the singer and the 1989-era memes. She re-added her entire catalog to Spotify, Amazon Music, and Google Play in June 2017. The singer thereafter cleared her social media accounts and released Look What You Made Me Do as the lead single of her 6th album, Reputation. The song topped the charts in Australia, Ireland, New Zealand, the UK, and the US. Its music video gained over 43.2 million views during the first day on YouTube, breaking the record for the most viewed music video within 24 hours. In October, Taylor released the album's 2nd single, Ready For It, which reached number 3 in Australia and number 4 in the US. From Reputation, 2 promotional singles, Gorgeous and Call It What You Want, were released. The album was released on November 10th and sold 1.216 million copies in the US, becoming 2017's top-selling album, pure sales only, in the country, and 2 million copies worldwide during its first week. It topped the charts in several countries, including the US, the UK, Australia, and Canada. Later that month, Taylor performed Ready For It and Call It What You Want on Saturday Night Live. In support of Reputation, Taylor will embark on Taylor's Reputation Stadium Tour in 2018. As of 2017, Taylor Swift's net worth is estimated as over $280 million US. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications to stay up to date with